Hello everyone and welcome to another Payday 3 Dev Diary React video. So I have nothing much to say, but I was actually recording a typical day of Payday 2 and then this released. Well, this got released early for me because partner and all that stuff, you know. So I'm like, you know what, I have to stop recording one video to record this video so I can get it out. So yeah, speaking of that typical day of Payday 2, at the beginning of that, when it releases, there's going to be a bit of a announcement, I guess you can say. I guess look forward to that. Hopefully it goes well. So today we have Dev Diary episode 4, art and animation. So let's go. This one is 7 minutes long, so it won't be too much. As always, I will just look through it, won't pause as much, and at the end I will go back if I need to and point out things here and there. So let's go.
We made for Payday 3. Spoilers! What an animator is doing in our game, since it's a game with human characters, we use motion capture as a base. My name is Joachim.
Ooh, nice. I kind of imagine they would.
On Payday. The first person animations, which is the reloads on the weapon interactions, those are keyframed by hand because they really need to be super
like a little cat. And also the bulldozer thing right there, which I actually have 2 of those, by the way. Weird flex, but you know.
Cool looking. On third person animations, we use motion capture as a base. It saves time.
That's actually really cool.
Make sure that you have a...
I've seen those animation suits. They cost a ton of money, but they're so cool.
Realistic motion as a base. Motion capture is actually when you use your body to record animations.
That's really cool.
Acting skills to be good at capture performance. So then it's like acting skills and animation skills combined.
The entire game takes place in New York, which was honestly like fantastic and liberating to work with. My name is Fredrik Larsson.
I wonder if they actually use the in-game voice actors as motion capture as well. I think that would be cool as well, but I don't think they did. I mean, I have no complaints about that, but I think that would be funny though.
I am a lead environment artist here at Starbreeze. We haven't worked with a strict map. We are not recreating faithfully New York. We are building a Payday New York, and it is very different.
There's so many things around.
The same, but when you start looking at the details, it's not the same.
The logotype is
it's not the same.
Important in the game to make it even more believable. My name is Marielle Karlsson and I am a graphic designer here in Starbreeze. I have made around 90 logotypes and all different kinds of...
You make all the logos, that's cool.
And of course a lot of ads and other kind of small details in the game.
And advertising
it's actually really cool.
Usually such
Hungry Bob.
It's like such a huge sign of the times.
Yeah.
Like what you see in the ads, it tells so much about the world right now. Yeah, it's a great way to just show you what world are we.
I wouldn't mind having some Hungry Bobs. Funny thing is, over here we have a place called Hungry Jack's, which is basically Burger King.
We have civilian animations in different scenarios that needs to fit within a living city of New York. Someone might be calling for a cab, or someone might take out money from an ATM, and all of those things we try to bring life to this New York environment. We focused on thinking about the civilians as extras in a movie. They can't be stealing the scene. They need to support like the narrative and not be too eye-catching.
There's something that I wonder if they did this for Payday 2, the motion capture stuff, or is it different?
Art gallery.
I don't see why they wouldn't.
It was super fun. It's a pretty, like, just technically art-wise, it's pretty hard thing to build because usually the galleries are pretty barren and making an empty room look good in a game is super hard. Usually you use the dirt, the grit, and you put crap everywhere to make it look good. But on the
Bunch
other
of
hand,
texture
we
and stuff
really
on
got to
things.
experiment with like taking the art and pushing it to spinning on the artist's motivation behind the painting.
I did a logotype and also exhibition posters.
Well, I mean, essentially all graphical design, but you were put in the place as essentially like this was ordered from the owners of the art gallery.
You should really feel this unpleasant owner in this art gallery.
You did a super good job with it as well, because I feel like this
I agree.
logo, it's just in between pretentious art dealer that doesn't really know art and annoying tech bro wannabe. One of the coolest things that I feel we've been working on is the micro destructions and the sort of dynamic environments, how things
Oh, you could do that? That's actually really cool.
It's pretty minor things like pots breaking, bowls of fruit just toppling over and stuff flying everywhere, but like when you put these elements everywhere, it brings a lot of life and just chaos to any firefight, and it's like just having the car alarms.
I agree with
and
that.
things
That's
shattering,
really, really
the
cool.
papers flying from the printer when you shoot. It turns a mediocre firefight into a spectacular one.
And that's what we want in Payday. We want to have like a hyper-realism, so it looks realistic but a little bit more like a Hollywood. So like if we're doing a death animation, we want it to look like Hollywood. So if you're blasted by a grenade, we want that in the air, even though that would not be realistic.
We put a lot of work into the environment, so before you shoot it up, just stop for a moment and breathe it in, please.
Exactly. It's a lot of small details there, and I think that you should have fun to walk around and see everything we have made.
Yeah. It is made to be shot though, so like don't let it stop you from actually shooting everything and everyone.
All the paper flying
For the
everywhere,
future,
that's so good.
what we
Nice.
try to build is a good base with animation systems, so they are future-proof. So then if we add a new weapon or a new character, it's going to be easy to add that. I'm feeling happy about what we have achieved, so a big shout out to the rest of the team.
It's honestly really cool back there. Oh, I'll talk about it later.
We should really keep in mind like the Payday 2 has had a journey for
Sparks.
10 years now, and like every time you're in there building stuff, you kind of drum up these plans and you have to kind of pace yourself and remember that this is the start of the next journey. So I mean, there's a million things you want to build, but just remember the Payday legacy, and this is the start of a new journey. I can't tell you about the funniest stuff though. I mean, I'm not sure the Easter egg was ever approved.
But as I said before,
What Easter egg?
it's a team.
Apparently most rats in New York actually have diabetes. Thank you, New York, for being forgiving.
Most rats have diabetes in New York. What? Okay, so back. I think I was gonna say, where was it? With the animations. So the thing I was thinking back here, I'm assuming they had to do this over and over and over and over again for many different ways, because the example they presented, where is it? Right here. So right here, there's a bunch of enemies, obviously, and then he
Even though that
throws a grenade and
would
explodes. So I'm guessing they had to put each individual enemy here with a separate animation, or is it just random? I guess they just put every single animation to them, and then once it happens, it just picks one randomly. The explosion happens in a certain direction, or flings them in a certain direction, and then it plays a random one from that going that direction, or something. I don't know. It's a lot more complicated than I thought. This is really funny how they just walk off like that.
Scenarios that needs to fit within a living city of New York. Someone might be calling for a cab, or someone might...
So every single little animation you see around the Bang or art gallery is made by those people, these people here. That's really cool. It's honestly interesting to think about that too. This is actually really cool how they get the base animation through motion capture, and then through editing programs they tweak it.
We use motion capture as a base. It saves time.
So it's actually interesting how they don't have a magazine in there in the first place.
Cool looking. On third-person animations,
they don't have a magazine there in the first place. They just do that. That's actually really cool. I wonder what that looks like. I know in the software, like this software, it's like a stick figure or something like that. And then you can replace that stick figure with anything you want, like any model you want, through various different programs. I wonder how it works if you have two people. I've never seen it with that. Not much else to say. This is just really, really cool to see animations and stuff. Last thing I would say is, well, it seems like the HUD has changed once again. Chains, Hoxton, Wharf, and then Dallas, and then you can see their pictures there. When I was playing it, it was different. And then the beta footage that we were sent, the HUD looked different again. So now it looks different once again. So anyway, not much else to say. Thank you all so much for watching. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.